You're simply the best. Better than all the rest.
Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's JPA here. In today's video I'm going to be discussing the mid-season review. I'm going to look on how we've done this season. Look at mostly domestic games. I'm not going to really focus on Europe that much. If you're new to the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button, and we'll just get straight into this video, guys. So yeah, welcome to the channel again, and as I said, it's mainly going to be a focus on our domestic front. There are obviously a couple of cup games in there that I'll mention, but I didn't really want to go too much detail into Europe. Obviously we know we've played really well in Europe this season, and we're now in the last 32. But this is mainly to look at our domestic form this season. If you look at it on a whole, 22 games in terms of the league, we have won 20 games, drawn 2 and lost 0, which is absolutely fantastic. 57 goals scored, only 5 conceded, which is unbelievable. That includes 18 clean sheets out of a possible 22. Absolutely insane record. 19 points in front of Celtic, albeit they do have 3 games in hand, so it's, I mean, you could technically say it's 10, but it's a massive lead for us at this stage. But in saying that, at this stage we've still got a long way to go. That's what, 16 games still to play, including Celtic twice. A couple of difficult away ties still to play as well, particularly this month. But yeah, it's going well. I'll go into details of what I'll do is I'll go pick up 5 really good results, and I'll pick up 5 really bad results, and we'll just kind of talk about how our seasons went so far. I'll start with the bad ones. So the first bad result we got this season was on the 16th of August. We played Livingston away from home, expecting to win the game. It was a very tight affair. They set up really well, and in this match we really didn't get going at all. We had a lot of possession, but as I say, Livingston really set out their stall really well and stopped us for scoring goals rather. I think the only chance we really created in that whole game was towards the end, where Ryan Kent had a shot at the edge of the area and he just put it wide. Difficult. So that was the first game that we really struggled in, dropped 2 points, and it was disappointing. Next game should come as no surprise. Hibs 2, Rangers 2 on the 20th of September. This was a game we were really looking to win, but we always know how difficult Hibs is away from home. At this point we hadn't conceded a goal yet in the league, which is absolutely insane. But they scored first for a goal. I think it was Dre Wright scored first. We moved to the right hand side. We then came back into it, got a goal from Alfredo Morelos, which was a really good finish. We then went ahead in the second half through Scotty Arfield, a really good finish from just inside the box. Really good pass and move on the edge of the area. And then disappointingly we conceded a goal no long after that through the ball, which was originally played through to Martin Boyle, was offside. The linesman didn't pick it up, disappointing, and we didn't really take care of the ball at that point, and they managed to score. So 2-2, really disappointing result, dropping 2 points. Third game is probably an obvious one as well. This is a cup game. We had already beaten Falkirk in the previous round. Went away to St Mirren, full of confidence, looking to win. We took the lead, and unfortunately St Mirren came back. They got a penalty. Calvin Bessie was under a bit of pressure, gave away the penalty. They scored that. They came out in the second half. Down the right hand side, I think it was Connolly beat Bassey for pace, and they managed to get a second to go in front. And it was all about Rangers trying to get back into that game. They got a goal right in the 89th minute, I think it was. A couple of minutes to go. Steve Davis managed to get a goal. This goal kind of annoyed me because it was indirect from a free kick. That free kick should have been a penalty. The penalty wasn't awarded, the free kick was, and we scored from the second phase of play of it, Davis. And we're just thinking, hang on for the next couple of minutes, go into extra time and we'll win this. Unfortunately they went down the other side and got a corner and managed to score it at the back post. Really disappointing. And I will say that a number of goals that we did concede this season in the league, a lot of them were goals at the back post where we just didn't track the runner, and you've got to obviously put a little bit of blame on the fullbacks for that, but I'm not going to go too hard on them considering how well they've played attacking wise going forward. So I did say 5 bad results, but in all honesty, because of how well we've played domestically this season, I couldn't think of 5. I could think of 5 poor performances, but probably more than that actually, 4, 5, 6 maybe, where we didn't really perform that well. But considering the way we dug in and got the results, particularly against Motherwell where we were behind Dundee United, and the St Mirren game on the 29th, or sorry, the 30th of December, where we didn't play particularly well but managed to get away with the points as well. But as I say, they were hard fought wins, so I'm not going to include them in bad results. So now I'll go on to the 5 good results for us. Obviously I want to finish this video on a high. The first one was pretty obvious, the first Old Firm game of the season, 17th of October. And despite the fact Celtic did create a couple of chances, I thought we were on top for most of that game. Quite pleasing considering we were away from home. We controlled from start to finish, I feel. Created a number of chances. The chances that we did take, one of the greatest, the goals to be honest. A goal from a free kick from the right hand side from Tav, flicked in rather, and Goldson was there to head it home. Second one again came from the right hand side, worked his way into Goldson. Goldson had a snapshot which was blocked by Duffy, and it just ran through to Goldson again and he tapped it in. Not the greatest goal you'll ever see, but it was persistence and we managed to win that game 2-0. The second one was the first away game to Kilmarnock. Now this was billed as our big test because obviously last season and the season before we had really struggled at Rugby Park and we were wondering how this game was going to go. And true to form, it was a really tough game for us. We managed to break the deadlock through a penalty. We got a free kick on the edge of the area, floated in. Can't remember offhand who it was, but a Kilmarnock player stuck his hand up for some strange reason, gave away a penalty. Tavernier put it away, and the rest of the game was all about man management. They did have a couple of opportunities towards the end. I honestly felt we were really good that game. Despite the fact it was a tight 1-0 game away from home, we managed it really well, got the early goal, and it was all about game management and getting the points on the board. The third one for me, this was probably our most emphatic win of the season. Rangers 8, Hamilton 0 on the 8th of November. Really good win for us. Couple of goals in there from Kamar Roof. Aribo got a goal, Brandon Barker got a goal, Tav got a couple, including a penalty. It was a really good game. It was one of those games where Jermaine Defoe played the entire game. We scored 8 goals and he still didn't get on the score sheet. Absolutely incredible. We dominated him from start to finish in that game, and there was a number of chances we could have taken. But it just felt in that game we were absolutely relentless. We just would not stop going forward, and 8 goals was actually fantastic. Made us really push for the goal difference. If that ever comes down to goal difference this season, that'll really help us, that result. So 8-0 Rangers, fantastic. The fourth game I want to talk about is actually more recent, was the 1-0 win on Boxing Day at home to Hibs. It was a game I always felt we were going to struggle in. But to be honest, after the first few minutes where they did create a couple of chances, especially one at the back post for Martin Boyle, which he maybe should have taken, it was all about us and our impetus on the game. I thought Hadji played superb in this game. I can't remember offhand if he came on for the bench or not. Going back, I can't remember, but he played an influential part in this game and he scored the only goal of the game. Good work was done on the left hand side from Ryan Kent, and the ball came in to Roof, and Roof's crossfield ball found Hadji, who'd made a late run across Paul Hanlon to put the ball in the back of net. Really good. Thing about this game, there was a number of penalty claims for Hibs. I don't think either of them were penalties. One where Hadji tries to overhead kick the clearance, doesn't quite get it quite right, but he managed to get it away and there was no contact on the player whatsoever. The other one was Ryan Porteous, clearly looking for it, tries to run across Tav and clip his own heels. Nothing in that for me. We had one as well in the first half where Kamar Roof was tackled very hardly by Ryan Porteous, and he did get the ball, but there was a lot of contact there as well, so that could have been given as well. And that's all Hibs were moaning about, that they should have had all these penalties. But in reality, we got the goal, defended really well and deserved the points in the end. And the fifth and final game I want to talk about is the most recent one, and it's probably fairly obvious. Rangers 1, Celtic 0 at home, Ibrox, 2nd of January. This was a game that, if you ask a Celtic fan, they dominated for 90 minutes. And then a red card changed the game and Rangers got a lucky goal. In actual fact, what happened was Celtic did dominate the first half, but after the first 20 odd minutes they didn't really get a goal, a shot on target rather. We defended well, grew into the game. A red card did happen and it did kind of change the dynamic of the game, but I honestly felt they were going to go on and at least get a goal at that point anyway. The goal came from an own goal from Callum McGregor, which is always nice. Good few saves from Alan McGregor, and I think he got man of the match in that game. Played really well, but I thought we actually deserved the points in that game. Despite the fact that Celtic had a really good start in the game, they didn't take their chances, and that's what it's all about. You can liken it to the League Cup final last year where we had all the chances. In fact, I think I counted about 20 chances that we had, most of them fell to Morelos that day, and we missed them all. Their keeper had played a blinder as well. And that's what happens, you have to take your chances. We won nothing on that day, Celtic have won nothing on this day, so that's it for me. So in conclusion, the first half of the season I think it's been excellent. Obviously our European form speaks for itself as well, but domestically I think we've been absolutely superb. The fact we've got 18 clean sheets out of a possible 22 in the league is absolutely sensational. And we've now got a 19-point lead ahead of Celtic with 16 games to go for us. But listen, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I've been trying to remain calm all season. I keep saying this, we've got tough away games coming up. Our next game is away to Pittodrie. We've got a difficult game away at Fir Park this month, and we've also got a difficult game at Easter Road at the end of the month as well. So I think if we can get through the next few fixtures, I honestly think if we get to January with the 12 points in our next available 12, then I will start to possibly feel different, but there's still a long way to go and I'm not counting my chickens yet. But let's be honest guys, it's looking really good for us so far, and I'm more than happy with the way the season's gone so far. Please let me know in the comments what you think. Hopefully you guys checked me out on Football Shedz the other night as well. I'll put the link in the description as always, but I was on the Football Shedz channel discussing the All Firm match as well, so you can see me on there if you don't see me on this channel. Remember to subscribe to that channel and also subscribe to this one as well. And I'm just going to wrap the video up guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, which will be the Aberdeen one. Cheers.